To quote the great American philosopher Sean J.Z. Carter, dark night feeling, die or be a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy LaRon, and I'm back with another video. You see the thumbnail, you see what this video is about. But before we get into this video, I want to say what's up to my subscribers. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you are new, please consider hitting subscribe and turn on notifications, because on the channel we do thought-provoking videos such as this one right here, reaction videos, and once a month I do a review on a Black-owned product. So if you're into that kind of content, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. All right, let's get into this video right here. All right, so we have Governor Kathy Hochul, right? Kathy Hochul is coming out with these strong mandates for healthcare workers across the state of New York. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in New York, you need to have the jab in order to work. And it's putting a lot of people in a tight situation. You know what I'm saying? I got friends out there that's like, yo, I don't know what to do. You know, I'm not ready to get it. I want to see more research on it. I'm not ready for it. But I still have to provide for my family because I work in the healthcare field. And I have some people that's like, you know, they already got the jab, so they're like, I'm cool with it. You know, hopefully everybody gets it. You know, we want everybody to be safe. But I'm gonna play a news clip for you guys so you can see, you know, what's going on, and also to have a lady that's a nurse that's speaking about it. So let me play this clip. Let me get into it.
Marking a big deadline in the fight against COVID-19. State healthcare workers must at least have one shot of COVID-19 vaccine or face the possibility of losing their jobs. Healthcare workers who are choosing to not get vaccinated and then potentially lose their job. Reporter Ali Tui talks with one registered nurse who is waiting to make her final decision on whether or not to roll up her sleeve.
It doesn't make sense at this point to force somebody to take something they're not comfortable with.
Frustration coming from this longtime critical care nurse from Lancaster. Beverly, who asked that we not use her last name, may soon be placed on unpaid leave after 16 years of caring for patients. The registered nurse at a local hospital isn't planning to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
I mean, I've had all my vaccines. I am not anti-vaccine. I don't feel comfortable getting this vaccine at this time.
Earlier this month, a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order, suspending the state from enforcing its vaccine mandate if healthcare workers claim a religious exemption. Beverly has filed such an exemption, so she's currently working until October 12th, or when the court issues its ruling.
If it comes down that a religious exemption also won't apply, are you prepared to lose your job?
I mean, that's a decision. I do have a family to think about. You know, it's terrible that people are faced with that decision.
To all the healthcare workers, I'm going to give you an extra round of applause for everything you've done.
During a stop in the Bronx on Monday, Governor Kathy Hochul expressed confidence that the court will rule in the state's favor, and all state healthcare workers will soon have to be vaccinated.
We have a right to defend our people against a global pandemic, and we're entitled to take all means necessary to do that. And that's what I'm going to do. This is all about self-defense. I'm here to defend the people of New York.
Healthcare workers like Beverly see it differently.
I mean, we were heroes, as they said back then, you know, and now it's like we're looked at as lepers because we are choosing to make a decision for ourselves that we feel comfortable for ourselves.
In Buffalo, Ali Tui, 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, so there you have it, man. You see, like I said, that lady's in a hard position, man. She not sure about it. She's not anti-vaccine. She already have other vaccines, so she have that. But she says she's not sure about that. And I think a lot of people like that. I'm like that. I'm not anti-vaccine, but something that's been pushed out and FDA approved in half the time that for any other vaccine, it's alarming. You know what I'm saying? It's alarming. And people put in a situation, luckily they do have the court, the judge said that, you know, they put a stop to it temporarily until I think we said like in the middle of October, then we're gonna see what happens. The governor have another thing in play too that I want to get into, which I think is really messed up, very un-American. I'm gonna put on my conspiracy theory hat and tell you why I think was going on, what happened prior to that and what's gonna be going on now. So let me show you this other clip of the governor speaking about her plan, you know what I'm saying, to fulfill positions in the hospitals.
Yesterday that you were looking into temporary visas for foreign workers to fill these anticipated slots that might be empty in hospitals and nursing homes. So what is that going to look like? Where are these replacement healthcare workers coming from? What's the plan?
Well, I'll start with the last question, see if I remember the first one by the time I get through your probably 3.5-part question, Bernadette. This is something that we have to work with the Department of State on first, and this is a conversation we've already been having to talk about the opportunity we might have in freeing up the visa system to have some temporary workers come from places like the Philippines, where many nurses go elsewhere. I literally had this conversation with the Prime Minister of Ireland when we sat where I am right now and talked about, do you have any, everyone I'm talking to, I'm saying, do you have any healthcare workers you can get over to us? But it is going to be a Department of State approval process that we have to work through. So this will not help in the next couple of days, but it would be great if we could, and we're going to be continuing to find ways to adjust our licensing requirements so we can have out-of-state healthcare.
All right, so there you have it. You see, the plan is to get people from other countries now to fulfill these positions. So, people are literally dying to come to America. And if you could be just, I guess, a nurse or maybe a CNA or whatever it is that they need from another country, they're going to have you come in and take those positions in New York. That's crazy. That's very crazy. I knew they had something in play. And I also heard they bringing in National Guards too to take these positions as well. What is y'all thoughts on this, man? Is this crazy to y'all? Like, is this saying like, all right, we're going to just fire everybody. We're already short-staffed. We're going to fire people who's not getting on board. You got to get down and lay down. Like Beanie Siegel said, the great American philosopher Beanie Siegel, get down and lay down. And if you don't get down, you fired, you're done. Well, what I do understand, if you do get fired and try to come back after you get the jab, they won't let you come back into the workforce. I think this is going to start pushing people out of New York. New York is already too expensive to live, unless you live like upstate. But if you like Long Island and New York City, in the 5 boroughs, it's so expensive to live down there. Push people away and say, you know what, you can't work anymore in this profession. I know nurses could go somewhere like, say, North Dakota and make great money and have low cost of living. Or they even come down here to Georgia, or even come down to like Florida, or come down to Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting crazy. Taxes are crazy. Now they doing stuff like this. It seemed like a totalitarianism to me. It don't seem like in the government that I knew, that I've been reading about social studies, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they had something else in play. And my conspiracy theory is this. I don't think Andrew Cuomo was down for something like this. Say that you had to have the jab to continue to keep your job. I think he wasn't for this. They said, you know what, you got to get down and lay down too. So you're not going to get down and lay down. All right, we're going to replace you. And that's what they did. They said that he said some things to some women, and the women came out and said, hey, he did say it. Now he's a disgraced governor, lost his job. Pretty soon it seemed like his brother might lose his job with CNN. Like, this ruined his whole family because he didn't get down to lay down. That's my opinion. I think that's what it really is. I could be wrong. I'm just speculating, but I think that Governor Cuomo did not want to go through with this. I think that he felt like this was wrong and is un-American to bring in foreigners to replace jobs of people that's already in America that's doing the jobs. These people are heroes 12 months ago. Now these people are villains just that quick because they don't want to do what the government said. I mean, I know people in this position, it's a hard position to be in. Like, yo, you just got to do what you got to do. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's a tough call, man. It's a tough call. Whatever direction you do go in, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at nobody funny for doing what they do. They feel like they're doing best, but this is sad, man. This is really sad that this is what it came to with the governor, Kathy Hochoul, and she's just like, all right, this is what it is. Ain't no other way around it. But that's my thoughts on it, man. What's your thoughts about that? Do y'all think that what she's doing is right? Do you think what she's doing is wrong? And what's your thoughts about maybe this is why Andrew Cuomo got replaced, because he wasn't with this? Because last year, just like that, he was also a hero, got a great book deal, and he might be the next president. Now, he ain't down for this. Get down and lay down. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thoughts on it, man. I appreciate y'all. Let's have a conversation in the comments. All right, man. Until next time. Peace.